Trump saying he will not be talking about the judge issue anymore. Connell, what will he be talking about?
Well, we'll see tonight, because he's already released a lengthy statement, Stuart, about that quote-unquote judge issue, and plenty of other people are talking about it. To your point about Paul Ryan and Chris Christie, we add the comments of Senator Jeff Flake from Arizona, the Republican, who raised quite a few eyebrows this afternoon, saying Trump's criticism of this judge and his Mexican heritage could lead to a convention challenge of the presumptive nominee. And then Senator Mark Kirk came out and said he cannot support Trump for president. It all followed what were, and you played part of them, the strongest comments to date we've had from the Speaker of the House, Paul Ryan, calling the Trump characterization of the judge absolutely unacceptable. Now, Ryan did say, to be fair, that he thinks he would have a better chance of passing Republican policies with Trump as president than Hillary Clinton. Now, as for this message from Trump, this statement that came out to us in the last half an hour or so says that his comments, the Trump comments on this issue, have been misconstrued. He says, "I do not feel that one's heritage makes them incapable of being impartial, but based on the rulings that I have received in the Trump University civil case, I feel justified in questioning whether I am receiving a fair trial." Now, taking Trump's side in all of this certainly was Governor Chris Christie, speaking, as you heard earlier, in New Jersey, but a number of other Republicans, and that's been the story of the day, questioning Mr. Trump. Tonight, as you said, Stuart, we're here north of the city. This is Trump's golf course in Westchester County, so we'll see if he adds to it. I don't think he's expected to, the comments he made earlier in the statement. One thing I will say about those comments, it was quite a lengthy statement, and he included, Stuart, some testimonials from Trump University students who he says were more than satisfied that they got what they paid for from that university. Back to you.
All right, Colin, we hear you. Thanks very much indeed. Let's go straight to Fox's Brett Baer, host of Special Report, and hosting Fox's special election coverage starting tonight at 11 Eastern. Brett, we've had a long line of Republican Party officials opposing Donald Trump. Now we've got his statement saying, this is it, that's the end of it, I'm not going to discuss this any further. Does Trump's statement moments ago settle this thing?
Well, they're hoping it does. He's saying that he was misconstrued and that he doesn't want to talk about it, and he's not going to talk about it anymore. The problem is that Republicans all day today have been talking about it because they've been asked about it, and reporters are going to continue to ask about it because there is this wedge, and you have some senators very aggressively saying that it was the wrong thing to do, some House members and some governors as well. You have Mark Kirk, who's saying that he can no longer support Donald Trump. Kirk, by the way, is in his own Senate re-election bid in Illinois. That is a tough bid in which obviously President Obama carried that state significantly, his home state, adopted home state. So I think the Trump campaign wants to move on. It's tough to see how they can move on with all of the firestorm that we've seen today.
Now, this long line of Republican people saying, no, I'm not going further with this with Mr. Trump. This seems to be the first major challenge to Donald Trump since he became the presumptive nominee some time ago. I don't recall a challenge to his authority and his leadership quite like this one before. Am I right?
You're right. And listen, we've talked about before that controversial statements he's said before in the Republican primary have never had an effect on him in the polls. Right. We don't know if this is going to affect the polls directly, but we do know that this has affected his support among Republicans, and it has brought forward this wedge that we're seeing today. Now, whether it can be repaired quickly, we don't know, but you have the Jeff Flakes of the world saying that there'll be a convention challenge now where it opens up the door to that. That seems a little bit far-fetched. Donald Trump is going to try to mend this. I will say one thing, Stuart. He says it was misconstrued, but he was asked about it numerous times, numerous ways, and even asked if a Muslim judge could potentially not see that case fairly, and he said it's possible. It is possible. So I'm not sure it's the end of it, is my point. They want it to be the end of it.
Well, Senator Kirk has gone a little further. He says he will support Hillary Clinton. No, I'm sorry. I'm terrible, Brett.
He won't support Hillary Clinton. He says he'll write in General David Petraeus. I got that wrong, Brett. I do apologize. Yeah.
Support General Petraeus. Go. Finish me off, please.
Well, he said he'll write in, and that's exactly what Lindsey Graham is saying, that he can't support Donald Trump, and he'll write somebody in. He just doesn't know who it'll be. Again, I think there's a part of the Republican Party and many of them are elected officials who have a problem with Donald Trump, period, but now they are expressing that problem. I just don't know, and I don't think we know, whether this has blown up enough to affect his support among people at home.
The polls close in California at 8 o'clock local time, 11 Eastern time, 11 p.m. Eastern time. Do you expect results fairly quickly, or are you going to pull an all-nighter?
It could be a little bit late here because of the Bernie Sanders-Hillary Clinton race that is very tight heading into this day. Obviously, Donald Trump is going to walk away with it here in California. But I expect to be, you know, we'll wait some time before making that call, I bet, here in California between the Democrats. Obviously, New Jersey could really put Hillary Clinton officially over the top, even though she has been, according to superdelegates pledging their support, reach that Democratic magic number.
We'll be watching. Brett Baer, thanks very much, sir. Appreciate it.
Have a good one.